Welcome to Wissen Wednesday, and today we'll be talking about 5 tips that you need to know when visiting a castle in Germany, and these rules are especially applicable during the Corona times. So come along. One of the first things you need to know when visiting a castle in Germany is to check online to see if you need to get online tickets. Some of the castles that we went to, some of the more popular ones like Neuschwanstein and Hohenschwangau, you could only visit if you had an online ticket. They did have a limited number of tickets for the day available at the ticket office in the city center, but you had to get there, we got there an hour before they opened and there's a line of 50 people already. So make sure that you check beforehand to know if you need to get online tickets or if you can just arrive and be led on a tour. The second thing you need to know when visiting castles is to get there early. I like booking tours and getting to castles earlier because there's not a lot of people around and you can kind of explore the castle untouched and in its kind of pristine natural state without having a lot of people around. It's also better for photos. The third point is that make sure you bring cash. I would say about 50% of the castles don't accept cards for payment, they only accept cash, so make sure you have enough to cover your castle visit. The fourth tip is that not all castles are easily accessible. Some of them make you park a half an hour away and then it's a half an hour walk up to the castle. In the case of Hohenzollern Castle, we had to park a half an hour away and walk half an hour uphill. There are shuttles, so if you need that type of transport, make sure you check to see if it's available and where you pick it up.
Added tip, at least for Germany, lots of castles don't have actual street addresses, so make sure that whatever GPS you're using can actually still find them. Google Maps works just fine, but built-in navigation of our Jeep doesn't work because it needs a street address.
The fifth thing you need to know is that they have tours in many languages, so don't assume that you necessarily need to know German to have a tour. Today we're having a tour in German, but we also have a pamphlet in English, and sometimes they even have the audio guides, and you can get those in different languages too, so not all tours are only in German. That wraps up the 5 things you need to know for visiting a castle in Germany. I highly recommend visiting castles. They're some of my favorite things to do in Germany. I like to go castle hopping because each one is different. So yes, I highly recommend that you visit them. And I will see you next time on our next Wissen Wednesday video. Just to support what I mean, we got here at 9:30? 9:30 and the parking lot only had 4 cars in it. Now it is 11 o'clock and it's basically full. Get here early to avoid the crowds. Mark! Also, please consider becoming a Patreon member to support Lucas and I in traveling and making more of these Wissen Wednesday videos. By becoming a Patreon member, you also get access to special content that's not released anywhere else, not on Facebook, not on Instagram, not on YouTube. It's just for you, my Patreon members, so I hope that you'll check it out. It costs as little as €2 a month.